Hi everybody, Jeff Kelly, Chief Instructor with Sheelan Martial Arts in Corvallis, Oregon. Today we're going to continue in our series of Chen Taiji applications. Today we're going to work on Six Sealings for closings. We'll talk more about the meaning of that in a minute. Thing to remember is that a lot of people say that things are repeated, okay? Six Sealings for closings is done 5 times in the form. 6 times, pardon me, 6 times in the form. They are not the same. The application is not the same. 4 of the 6 are different applications. 2 are repeated, but 4 of the 6 are different applications. So those teachers or even instructional videos that just repeat the first one, that's incorrect. And I'm going to show you why. This video, we're just going to do the application for number 4 and then number 24, because those are the same. You'll see why. Or you'll figure it out when you're doing the form. I'm not going to repeat it because it's the same. All right? So, as I always say, the application begins where the last one ends. Okay? So, the last movement before this is lazily tying coat here. Okay? So, this is where I begin. The application is not a punch. If she punches, steps in and punch, she's going to get to me. Okay? When you block a punch, you do it close to your body, and your hands are able to move. Here, I'm not able to move. Okay? I'm going to get stuck there. Yeah, I could come in here like this, but you're going to see now I can't use the application. So I'm going to do something completely different. What we want to talk about is the application of Six Sealings for closings. So when I begin here, what that means is somebody is grabbing my wrist. Now, it could be from any number of movements. Maybe I have punched here and she grabs my wrist. Okay? So I can go into now Six Sealings for closings. So what's happening here? Let me demonstrate the movement. So we come from here, coming up, down, and here. Okay? So what's happening is she's grabbing my wrist. Okay? So I'm going to come up, I'm going to turn my hand, first of all, using the silk reeling energy here. Okay? I turn and then I bring this up. Look what this does to her arm already. Okay? Then I'm going to pull down with my body and keep that twist here. Okay? And I'm going all the way back here so I have control. So that's why silk reeling is so important. If I just grab and pull, she can pull back. Okay? If I get the silk reeling here, she's not going to pull back. It's not going to work. Okay? So that's the most important part. Sorry. I'm going to come here, pull down, back. Okay. From here, just stay there for illustration purposes. All right. I'm going to come up here and push. Now, all right. Now, what's important is in the form. Normally we would do a good silk reeling movement here, right? But we don't do that here. What do? We come up here quickly. I'm moving from my elbows. The reason for that is, once I get it down, now I'm going to push her. If I push her and I take my time here, she's going to stand up and hit me with something. Okay? So if I've gotten her down here properly, I'm going to quickly come up here, pushing along my leg here. If I push here, I got nothing. So that's why I'm stepping up and pushing. Now, what I want you to see here, I didn't do it that time, is this push along the shoulder, along my hip, is going to throw her this way. She's going to land on her hip and her shoulder. From this position here, there's no way for her to break fall or roll out of it. She's going to land on her hip shoulder. knee, whatever, elbow, whatever, which is going to make it very vicious. So I can't throw her. Even with a mat, I don't throw her. So I come up here, coming down. That's the important part. If I get her in this position, you know, I have the choice of throwing her down or whatever. That's not the movement, but you could do it. So what I want to do instead is come here. If she tries to stand up, if I'm slow, she stands straight up, okay? Then I can push here, right? But what I want to do, let's push there, okay? Thank you. So that's the idea with this. I'm starting here and pushing here. Again, a lot of people forget this. The other thing, because they don't know it, they think it's a punch with the left hand, because now I can grab her, and she stands back up and I push her. That's not very effective. They don't do the right hand properly because they think it's a punch, right? They'll come here. That's not effective. It's not a defense against a punch. It's a defense against the wrist here. Okay? I'm going to pull her down here. And then I push. Okay? This is not as effective. This is not that effective here. If I step up, it's more effective. Okay? So again, from here, 6 sealings, 4 closings. There. Now, what does that mean? What is the meaning of a name? Okay? What I'm doing here is I pull her down. I'm sealing the 6 angles of attack, or the 6 weapons of attack. Her shoulder, 1, elbow 2, 3, hand 3, hip 4, knee 5, foot 6. She can't use any of those to attack me. I'm going to try, don't fall. Right? She can't use any. So I've sealed off the 6th head. Right? If you go ahead, grab it up. Right? Thank you. So I've sealed off the 6 angles of attack, and I've closed off the 4 directions. So if she tries to go this way, we'll say north, or south, or east, or west. Nothing. So I've sealed the 6 weapons, and I've closed the 4 directions. 6 sealings, 4 closings, the influence of B. Right, that's the meaning of the name. Names are important, and we'll talk about that a lot. Now this one is repeated in, I believe, number 24, movement 24. You come back to this after blazer tank coats, and the second time, I believe. So you come back to this. It's going to be the same. Anytime you were to come to this position, it's going to be the same application. All right, on our next video, we'll again talk about 6 sealings, 4 closings that's done differently. Okay? So, thank you very much. I hope to get something out of this. I'm Jeff Kelly, Chief Instructor with Sheelan Martial Arts in Corvallis, Oregon, reminding you that martial arts are for life.